Hi, my loves, and welcome to Jennifer's Open Book, where we don't believe in filters. We still don't believe in filters. I forgot for a second. We have Troy Thomas with us today, and I'm going to introduce him. But before I get to that, if you have not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit your subscribe button, like this video, share this video, leave comments, and let me know what you think. And go check out some of my other videos. It is the last day of Adoption Awareness Month. It's November 30th. So I left a video for you guys to go check out about adoption a couple of days ago. And I was just sharing my story on adoption and everything. So go check that out, you guys. And please leave comments and let me know if you have a story that you would like to share. So that being said, I'm going to talk to Troy. Hi, Troy.
Hello.
So Troy and I met in a Facebook group, and I think he's very impressive, and I think that you will too. For one thing, I love a brain, and Troy is very smart. He plays the cello. Also, you mess around with a keyboard, right? What other instruments do you play?
Well, I do mess around with the keyboard just a little bit. I also play violin and flute, and I did mess
um,
around with the guitar just a little until I got bored.
I have not mastered an instrument yet. I started off with the keyboard when I was 9, and I liked it, but I was a little girl, and I was one of those people who got sick of being compared to Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles every time I
Hmm.
played a
Uh-huh.
piano. Yeah, I got so tired of that, so I kind of just quit, and I kind of wish I would have stuck to it because I love the piano really. Um, okay, so before we go any further, the reason why this is impressive to me, I brought up the Stevie Wonder Ray Charles thing. um, Troy has a visual impairment, so can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I can. I went blind when I was 6 due to a car accident, and I usually say just due to a car accident and leave it at that. But um, what actually happened was that when I was in the hospital, the doctors gave me medicines that they didn't know I was allergic to, and because of that, it gave me a rare disease called Stevens Johnson's syndrome, and that usually actually attacks more than a few of the five senses. I was lucky apparently, and it only attacked my vision, but they didn't think that it would improve. But after I did go completely blind, but my vision did start to come back over the years. However, with the vision also came echolocation, the ability to see with sound, and that uh, helped me a lot with being able to visualize, not just seeing with sound, but actually understanding music the way I do.
So, do you have all of your vision back?
No, I have, I want to say maybe like a little bit less. No, yeah, a little bit more than 50% of it back. Like um, I can see lights, colors. I can actually read print to a point. Um, I cannot read out loud. That is impossible. But like, I will read my messages, or if I'm writing in my novels, I can read what I write. But I do use voiceover as well.
So, for us comic book nerds and those of us who are in love with X-Men, you just totally like seriously.
Yeah, I know, right? X Men power, you know.
Seriously. What you just said was the first thing that popped into my mind was like they turned him into a super cool musician mutant guy. I seriously just nerded out on you for real. I was like, wow, she's awesome. I'm sorry that had to happen to you, but what?
Trust me, ain't the first time I've had someone nerd out like that. I do it all the time with my friend on over Game of Thrones or How to Train Your Dragon, so it's okay.
Oh my goodness, that was awesome. It was. So, another thing that I find impressive about you is that you speak several different languages. One of them is Greek that I love. I speak English and bad English, and oh, I got country grammar. I'm from St. Louis, so I got the. So, what languages do you speak?
I do Greek, and I started learning High Valyrian, which is the Game of Thrones language. Um, and I speak a little Spanish, a little Italian. Um, I really do need to get back into my lessons. I really do because I slack off a lot after I complete a certain number of courses. But those are the languages I do speak on a regular basis. I am still learning all of them, and I'm also learning Polish. Um, a number of times whenever I tell people that, they always ask me, how come you're learning so many at one time? I've always been told that you're supposed to learn one at a time. My answer to that is that because I have bad ADHD and ADD, and I get very bored very fast, so I can never actually stay with one language for very long. I have to switch between my languages, and
And I
that's how I
wonder if I
learned them
should.
so well.
I wonder if I should try that because I was trying to learn Spanish and I tried for like a week and then I got bored with it. So maybe I should switch languages.
It does help when I switch from languages because it helps me learn the nuances and the accents, and it helps me like remember. Like if I'm learning Greek, I get bored. I switch to High Valerian, and it says "Reitzas vala morgulis," and I was like "Reitzas, hello, every man must die," and then I switch back to Greek, and it's like, uh, you know, Anazume, just whatever, whatever. And I'm just like, okay, hello, thank you. And it helps me. It does not help everyone. So, because people have been telling me that, and I'm just like, well, I have my ways, and so do you.
So you're gonna be one of those people who can cuss people out in like three different languages and they're not
I do
gonna know
say
what
that.
to
I do say that a lot.
say.
I do say that a lot. It's like if I'm arguing with one of my friends, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're gonna make me cuss you out in three different languages. It's not okay.
I think that's really cool. So, did you go to college? Do you have any degrees?
I did not. However, um, when I started the whole music thing, I learned that there is a course, an online course called Masterclass, where you can learn um, how to compose from Hans Zimmer and Danny Elfman, two of the big score
Oh, I
writers.
love Hans Zimmer. Yeah.
And I, at first, yeah, I was telling my mother because like it was right before I graduated high school, and she was like, for some reason, she was always like, well, how's that going to get you anywhere? Like, learning like that, how is that going to do anything for you? So I was like, all right, fine, fuck you. I'll just pay for it myself then. So I did end up buying the yearly subscription on the app, and I have been so grateful for that because now not only do I know how to do that and how to write, not just for movies and TV shows and whatever, but how to write as a story. I also have access to a whole bunch of other instructors and courses. So I mean, to be fair, I am very glad that I got to stand up for myself and be like, all right, fine, I'll do this myself. Because that's how I've
Mhm.
always learned. I've always learned that not everybody is going to either be willing or will help. So it's like, fine, I'll do this on my own. I will struggle. I will depend on myself if I need to do something. I bought my grandfather uh was actually the one who made me see that music was my heart and soul because he bought me my first cello, which is actually right here. He bought me this cello, and I swear it's been through hell and back with me, and it's it was I have no idea how to describe the kind of awe that I had when he brought that down to my birthday, and like I normally don't go quiet, but I went quiet for a good hour just staring at it, and they're all like, are you okay? Is everything okay? Like, do you need something? Like, do you need CPR? Like, I I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk. I was just like, this this is what is this really right here? And that made me really realize just how much I wanted to do music, and how much I wanted to benefit the world in my own creations. And it took a long time for me to really realize that score writing was how I wanted to do it, because I wanted to tell the story. I wanted to write for other people, and make to give my own feelings and emotions in music in a way that everyone would understand and be able to agree with. And because when I really started orchestrating, I never liked orchestral music, but um, for a certain way that it's done. And I love metal. I love heavy metal, especially what I like to call cello metal, which is a new genre that my idol Tina Gould created, where she really just combines her electric cello with backing guitars and other shit like that, and just makes a heavy cello metal version of whatever song she's doing. So I learned, if there's cello metal, maybe I can make symphonic metal, and layer some electric cello with my acoustic over some orchestra backing.
Mhm.
And that became my next big thing, was doing symphonic metal. And now with a lot of my pieces, there is a layer of electric cello within all the choir, within all the guitars, or the orchestral violins and shit like that.
Okay. I think I popped in on one of your lives and you were doing some, I don't know if you were playing or if you had something playing the cello metal thing. I only popped in mostly because um, the closest that I've gotten to liking heavy metal is the Queen of the Damned soundtrack. I like, seriously, I like probably three songs off that soundtrack. And I have a cousin who's really into it. And when I told her that I like these three songs, she was like, "Yes, yes, you're coming over to the dark side." I'm like, "Dude, it's three songs. It's three songs. I'm not coming over there." But I can't. I like that's just like a genre. I like music from probably every genre, and I can find some stuff that I like. I can tell you the name of it or anything. But I did pop in on your live and I heard it, and the first thing that popped in my head was, "What is this?" And then I looked at the heading and I was like, "Oh." So I started listening closer. I was like, "Okay, okay, this is new." New. I like to be open. I like to be open
Mhm.
minded about those things. What you said was really powerful, though. When you said, there's a lot of times in our situations, um, there aren't very many people who are willing to help us do what we want to do, and just
Mhm.
period, not just being blind or visually impaired. When it's something that you want to do, it's what you have a passion for, and it's what you want to do. You can ask for support. You may not get that support, and you can't necessarily be upset because your dream is not everybody else's dream. And some
Uh-huh.
people might not see it the way that you do. You think, I'm gonna make this work. This is gonna be awesome, and they're like, "Dude, you're like 50 years old trying to be a rapper."
Mhm.
I wouldn't recommend 50-year-olds trying to be a rapper, but I'm just saying there are people out there, you know what I mean? And they're like, "Oh, I don't
Mhm.
get no help. I don't have any support." Well, that's your dream and you have to make it work. And that's what you did. This is what you wanted to do.
Mhm.
And you have to be your main support system. If that's what you want to do, you don't let anybody stop you from doing it. I made that point a couple of days ago when I was talking about the adoption too. Like, the first thing is that you have to really want to do it and you have to not take no for an answer if it's what you really,
Mhm.
if it's something that you really want to do, you won't take no for an answer. You're not going to let
Exactly.
anybody tell you no. Don't say, "Oh, well, well, I'm going to move on to the next person," because you have to be the one who pushes you got to push yourself. So I
Mhm.
think that what you're doing is really awesome. I know you got some stuff getting ready to come up. Um, can you
This is
talk
true.
about it, or is it kind of like what you?
I can talk about a few things. So one of the biggest things is the two albums I've been working on. I'm doing one with a partner, and it's a Game of Thrones album. And at first, what we were supposed to do was we were only supposed to do three songs together. The main theme, Dorinda Castamere, and one of the themes, which is called Blood of the Dragon. Um, we were supposed to do those three and turn them into a medley. But then she got me into watching the series. And then I was like, okay, well, we got to do this one too. And then she's like, okay, well, can we do the other one? And I was like, yes. And then we ended up doing, what's it now? Like 37 songs now from the album, from the whole series. So, yeah, it's a huge one. I don't know if we're gonna stick with that whole 37 or if we're gonna split it up into little ones. Um, but so far, we have been tackling songs separately and sending them to each other. The other one I've been working on is a Forbidden Love album, and that is one of like it's my I won't say it's my favorite, but the way that I'm doing it is really fun because I have a mix of pop songs like "We Found Love," which, in my opinion, and in a lot of other people's opinions, is like one of my best covers ever. Um, and I also have "Love Me Like You Do," but the way I did it in the beginning of the song, it sounds exactly like the actual track itself. But when it hits the second verse, I introduce this little guitar riff of the little dun, 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 and then I add in these orchestral drum rolls and choir and cymbals, and it just turns into this orchestral pop song, which I thought was really fun. And I did. I think I have like six songs on there, and four of them are done. The "We Found Love," the "Love Me Like You Do," uh, "Take Me to Church," and I think "Love Game" is done. I think I gotta look back at that, but those are the ones I've been working on. Um, and right now, when it comes to actually composing, I have been writing. I think I did 10 pieces by now. Um, and just recently, I have been most satisfied with my last piece, Symbols in Science, because I downloaded an app called Sample Tank and learned how to play around with the new instruments because all these instruments are or like they have these orchestral expressions and little things that GarageBand and even Music Studio Pro don't have. And
Mhm.
I like now my pieces sound like actual orchestras and I was when I was recording it, I was playing around with this little riff, and I started laughing because it was the the way that the flutes were playing and the little violins were playing. It just sounded like a really funny scene was going on. I was like, I really like
Mhm.
this. Like, it made me laugh, and it made a number of my friends laugh too when I sent it to them, and they actually said the same thing. So like I will. I have every intention on publishing those officially. I don't really know why I never did, but I will get those out there because not only am I satisfied with the way they turned out, but they really speak on what I'm doing just as a person. And because they're practice runs, I don't really care. So I'll do it anyway. But
So I want you to come back with some samples, especially to take me to church because that's my jam. I told you I could find
I
something
mean,
like
I do
any
have
genre that
them.
I like. Okay. Well, I want you to come back with them because I want to set them up right. Okay. I want, I want everybody to be able to hear them. Um. I like the mixing the genres. I used to date this guy who was a rapper, of course, and he had a show and he did one of his songs with a rock group playing in the background, and I was like, how is this gonna sound? And it sounded better than it did with like the music that he had produced and everything. I was like,
Hmm.
oh, it's kind of loud. So I like it when I can hear like the mixing the orchestra music with those
Hmm.
songs and everything. I like it. So, like I said, I'm what I want you to do is come back so that we can focus more on that, and so everybody can hear the samples. I want to be able to make sure that the sound quality is good, because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times when we just play it on here, it kind of echoes and sounds kind of
Mm-hmm.
off and everything. um, but you are amazing. Oh, one more thing I want to talk about. My favorite thing in the whole world. This is completely off of what we were talking about. It has nothing to do with music, people. Troy collects swords. And I love swords and knives and stuff like that. He has when he said katana one day, he has a katana, and I was like, oh, really? Because if you don't know me, I am a nerd. So what do you have? What kind of weapons do you have?
I have I have two katana swords. I have one 7 foot tall bow staff, which is basically a long stick. And I have a number. I really do lose track of how many fans I buy, but I have a number of Chinese iron fans, which are stealth weapons. And what you usually do with those is um, you like say hide your fist behind them and you swing the fan, and usually your opponent sees the fan, they never see what's behind it, or your leg coming up for a kick. So they're really good stealth weapons. I
Oh,
have
the
one
fans. Oh, I cannot think of the name of the character in Mortal Kombat that has the
katana.
fans.
Katana.
That is that who has the fans?
Yeah, yeah.
She's
That
so
that's
loud with
my
the
favorite
fans.
character. That's my favorite.
Yes.
She is amazing. I love. I
Yes.
most of them. I when I told my karate teacher that I wanted to learn how to fight like her, she was like, "That ain't too hard." So she ended up having me like watch the Mortal Kombat games and come back and tell her what I saw, and we would end up working together.
I
She
had no idea
fashioned
that
me
we
to
were
do
gonna
that.
nerd out together on this interview. I had no idea we were gonna nerd out together. Okay, so what else do you have? The fans.
I have the fans. I have a bow and quiver. I don't know why. I don't. I don't even shoot it that often. Hell, I don't
For
even.
decoration.
I don't even practice that much anymore. Like I don't have to. Actually, the reason why is because I don't have the space anymore. I can't go walking down the sidewalk practicing my little uh fan thrust and shit, and without people looking at me like what's he doing down there? Do we have a killer on the loose? Is he hunting for someone? But yeah, I do have them, and I do routinely buy more fans in particular because I love, 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 love the feel of their weight in my hands, and I love throwing them. It's so fun.
So I wanted to ask you because of your name. You have a Greek background.
No, I had my name legally changed to that because my I didn't like my name at first, and I don't think I ever liked it since like I was born, but I wanted to change it for years and never knew what to change it to. And when I got into Greek mythology, I didn't start really looking for names that resembled Greece until like last year or so, and I came across Troy because my biology teacher I would always joke around and say I was her son. She was like, "Oh yeah, well what's your name?" And I was like, "Oh, Troy Joyner." Yeah, let's go with that. That works. So I kind of grew on me. Um, but the rest, Forces, Apollo, Cadorzo, yeah, I uh, I loved Apollo, and I wanted a name that I liked, and none of I did go on like Google searches and would go through like hundreds of names, and would just be like, these are so just no. Why is it that these names no one can hardly pronounce? And I just got so irritated, so I just landed with Apollo, and it was originally just going to be Troy Apollo Thomas. But just one night I was just thinking in the back of my mind, just randomly, and I thought about Forces, and I was like, huh, I can't go with Poseidon because that's just too long of a damn name. But Forces, older, more dangerous. Sure, why not? I just that just then Cardoza just came along. It's not even a Greek name. It's just one I created, and um, not I don't even put that like say that often enough for people to get. But um, I usually just stick with Forces Apollo. But yeah, I came up with those, and those just grew on me until I got to change to that, and I'm just like, yeah, I like the way that looks.
How did your
That's
parents feel
great.
about you changing your name?
My mother always knew that I wanted to do it. My father had a whole temper tantrum, and I was like, oh well. He had a whole fit and was just like, well, I'm still gonna call you yada yada yada, and I'm just like, okay, well, I just want to answer you, and we'll see how long this works.
Of course, he had a tantrum. He's like, I named you this. This is your name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what he said. And I was like, technically, you didn't make me. Technically, my mother did. To be completely
Oh my
honest,
goodness.
you want to get technical about it? She carried me for 9 months.
It was a joint effort to make you. But I
That's also
understand.
what he said. And I was like, yes, a joint effort, but you gave one cell. She gave everything else.
You were the one that made it.
uh,
So, tell everybody where they can find you on social media. If you have social media pages, I know you're on Facebook, but let people know where they can find you.
Simple enough. You can find me just by, searching Cello Phoenix anywhere, and you will find my music now. I will say, as a for warning to anyone, my last album was not the best. This is true. I I said it when I publish it, and I will always say it, not the best. So, don't expect any, like, kind of, oh shit, I almost knocked over my cello. Any, wildness, but it was a start. It was a start, and I was telling someone today that when you start with music, everybody starts somewhere. It's not always going to be the best, but you start somewhere. So search Cello Phoenix. Um, you can contact me directly by my official email, cello.phoenix21@gmail.com. For anybody who wants a composer. Actually, now that I think about it, I did just publish a video on my YouTube channel of I don't know why I did this. I still don't know why. I was really bored, and there was pie. Um, I did an imitation of that's it. That was a statement. My friend and I, we were talking, and she was like, "You should still do it." And I was like, "Why?" She's like, "Cause that's pie." And I was like, "Huh, there is pie. Maybe that's why." So I did an imitation of a Game of Thrones scene. It was Joffrey's death, and uh, one of the funniest parts of it was that he was saying with his mouth full, "This pie is dry," and I did the whole like scene. I imitated the choking and the dying and everything else. I really don't know why. I was really bored, but I layered it with my own cover of The Reigns of Castamere, and the way that I layered it made the whole scene not only funny but really sad at the same time. So I enjoyed it a lot, and I might genuinely do more. Um, but I
So that's
will.
on your YouTube channel,
Yes, my personal
and
Cello Phoenix
your
YouTube channel.
YouTube is Cello Phoenix too.
Hmm.
Okay.
Like I have actually have a whole array from day one of playing cello. So like people have commented and it's been like, I have watched your whole progress and I can see where you've made so much of yourself in such a short period of time. Because I sucked very much in the beginning. I really did. I can say that and laugh about it now.
Well, old saying is practice makes perfect. So
Oh
you
hell yeah.
continue doing what you're doing, and I appreciate you coming on here talking to me. I have truly enjoyed talking to you today.
Right back
I
at you.
have
It's been fun.
I gotten to know you a little better, and I will see you at the next game night or whenever somebody opens up another room. So again, thank you for joining me. Thank you guys for joining us. I am going to put Troy's email address in the comments and also a link to his YouTube page so that you guys can go and check out some of his um, stuff. And you guys keep on following him, and he's up to some good things. You guys found me here on YouTube under Jennifer's Open Book. You can find me in the same place on Instagram under Jennifer's Open Book, JINNERFER Open Book. You can also find me on Facebook under Jennifer Janelle, JINNERFERJINNELLE. I'm spelling it because you guys know those are different ways to spell those names. You
Not to
guys
mention mouthful
know,
doing
like,
it.
no, right? But you guys know you're gonna type it in wrong when you're like Jennifer J.E. It's not J.E. people. Excuse me. But like I said, leave comments, you guys. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions for Troy, leave them in the comments. I will make sure that he gets those questions and I will get them answered for you. Thank you for checking us out, for joining us. Christmas is coming up. Be in good cheer. I hope everybody is
Oh
getting
yes,
ready,
I
getting
have a
happy.
surprise for that too.
Do
Just a
you?
little, yeah, just a couple of little, little Christmas songs. Just a couple, just a couple.
Okay. Did you put up your Christmas decorations yet?
I did not. However, not only do I need to do that, but I need to make this Christmas list that I am doing for all these different people because oh my gosh, I'm going to spend so much money. Ah, it's one thing when you care so much about people.
Me and my daughter are getting ready to put up the Christmas tree as soon as I get over here with you. It's so
Aww.
many people who put up their Christmas trees in October, and I would have. I actually wanted to put my Christmas tree up right after Halloween. I didn't want to put it up before Halloween because it was gonna drive me crazy. Mommy, when is Santa Claus coming? Mommy, when is Santa Claus?
Yes.
So I'm gonna put up the Christmas tree. We're gonna put it up today. I put my wreath on my door right before Thanksgiving. Just everybody's trying to make themselves feel better because it's been a crappy
Hmm.
year. But it's gonna get better, you guys. This year is almost over. We only have a few more weeks. Don't focus. I'm gonna tell you guys this probably for the rest of December. Do not focus on the commercial part of Christmas. That puts
Oh,
people in
please
such
don't.
a bad mood. It makes it like people are so angry out there shopping, and Christmas is supposed to bring like joy to people, and
Uh
people
huh.
focus too much on money. I don't have any money this year, okay? I'm the only person I'm buying a present for is my daughter, and she's not getting enough. So I'm not focused. I'm not, and she gets stuff like every month. My stepfather says Merry Christmas because she's constantly getting stuff. So that's why she's not getting much because she's gonna get stuff after Christmas, and birthdays are far away.
Hmm.
So I'm constantly buying stuff for her anyway. But don't focus on the commercial parts, you guys. Focus on like the stuff about Christmas that makes you happy. I love the sounds
Uh-huh.
and the smells. I love the music. I even love the lights that I can't see anymore, but I know that
Hey,
they're
I
there.
love this. I love the snow. That quietness when you step out your door and you just hear winter's here. It's great.
Yes.
Like,
It
oh
does
my
sound different. It
gosh.
sounds so different and
Yes, it
different.
does.
I love it. I love the bells, Salvation Army bells that you hear when you're
Hmm.
going into the store. A lot of people tense up because they feel like, I don't have any cash. Like, they're always out here begging. I don't feel like that. I like to hear the bells. Even if I don't have any
Hmm.
money to drop in the bucket. They're taking Apple Pay this year, you guys. So you can't tell me that you don't have any. Just
Hey, I
one
don't carry
cash and
cash
they're
anymore
taking
either.
Apple.
Shoot.
They're taking Apple Pay this year. Yeah, I just like focus on the great parts of the season. Whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, I don't know what other holidays people celebrate in December, but focus on the beauty of the month.
Hmm.
I know we can't get together like we normally do. COVID, no. Preferably that will be over soon, but make some phone calls. I know you guys are tired of Zoom. I'm so sick of Zoom, I don't know what to do. But that's the only way that we can have like some meetings and communicate, FaceTime and all that kind of stuff. But
Hmm.
that call, that phone call, that video, it might make someone's day, make somebody's month. So, be that light. I said this on somebody else's channel yesterday. Be that light for somebody and just like keep it going. Let's bring some cheer. Don't focus. If you don't have it, don't spend it. Pay your
Hmm.
bills. If you don't have it, don't spend it. Um, This is the last thing I'm gonna say because I was actually signing off and I got all into Christmas and stuff. So there was a family a few years ago, it was a famous family. I can't remember who it was, some rich people, but they didn't buy each other anything for Christmas. This is how they stay rich, probably. But everybody, everybody wrote each other letters. They wrote letters to each other for Christmas, expressing their love and how they feel about each other. We should take on that type of
That is a
attitude.
good
You know what I mean?
idea.
Don't send me a Christmas card if my family, if you guys are listening, don't send me cards. I can't read them. They just go on my photo album. I keep them forever, but I can't read them. Like they're there for other people to look at.
Uh-huh.
I am so happy with a text message. My grandmother sent me a text message, I think for Mother's Day or my birthday one year. And I was so happy with this text message and these emojis because our phones read emojis now. Send me like a whole bunch of Santa
Mhm.
Clauses and Christmas trees. I'm like, what is before then though, my parents they used to buy me the birthday cards and stuff that played music when you open them up.
Oh yeah.
I love those cards too. But if you guys just have like how people buy the boxes of cards that has like seasons greeting on them and stuff like that, don't send that to me. Send me a text message. Send me. And when I tell you that will make my December 25th, it will make my December 25th. Just say, hey, Merry Christmas, Jen. I love you. I love you too. Okay. So until next time on that note, because that's how I always sign out. I love you
Mhm.
guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Troy.
You're welcome.